Hey, my squad. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Lee. Thanks for setting up the snack table. Hey, Sam. Let's check to make sure the notification went out and the sound's working. And I have one other thing I have to do, but let's see. Let's make sure that's all working first. So today I'm going to be working on my We Are All Mad Here by Dreamer Designs for Break the Silence. And I hate the heck that they have changed up the freaking interface for the mobile app for YouTube. Notification went out, sound is working. Oh, it drives me insane. Hey, Keisha, how are you? Whatever, mother, I'm busy right now. Just throw them over there. Yeah. I'll get them in a little bit.
No, I got this one divided. So.
Yeah, yeah. I'm here, guys. Just give me a second. I'm doing good, Kokisha. Yeah, I'm doing better. Let's put it that way. It goes back to what we talked about in the messenger. Yeah, that it worked. Things worked itself out. Sorry, I just had to take care of something really, really quick, guys. Okay. Yeah, yeah. So I got more done than I thought I was gonna have done on her. But you know what gets me is this is the same size as the round I did for Witch Goddess. But for some reason, this canvas just seems bigger to me. I don't know if it's because it's a square or what. So I got Witch Goddess canvas finished last night. I was amazed how the 5200 glow are on that canvas. It was just like, I am a glow in the dark kid. I love my glow in the dark stuff. Oh, that's right. Happy belated birthday, Lee. I totally slipped my mind about that yesterday. Oh, that's right, because Lee canceled Wednesday. Hey, Tammy. Yeah, Lee canceled Wednesday on us. Yeah, so okay, these blue light glasses are bugging the crap out of me right now. But yeah, so I swear, guys, let me raise this just a little bit more. Let's see. Okay, see, I gotta get used to the camera now. This grin on the Cheshire Cat, he has a diabolical look on his face. I can't get, yeah. He has this diabolical look on his face, like He is severely up to something. Yeah, Lee did. He tried to cancel Wednesday. You know, it still happened anyway, though, Lee. Yeah, I didn't do much yesterday but diamond paint. I worked on the Witch Goddess, got that finished yesterday. I'm thinking this was probably going to take me another month and a half. Hi, Sissy. Oh, okay, Sissy. But yeah, so I think what took so long down here was her dress. It was a lot of color blocking in the tail, but her dress, I was switching colors. There was a lot of confetti in the dress. You know, Lee, I was told one time, you're only as old as you feel. So a lot of times I feel older than I am. Hey, Deb. Oh, as you were asking about in Snuggies about squares, my take on squares with the with the light pad, you can see the space behind it, but let's see if you can see with the light pad off, you can still see some spacing, but from what I get out of that is most to not all of your squares are resin drills. And sometimes they're not all the same size. So to me, that's what I think causes some of the spacing you can still see. But when you step back, I don't see any spacing. But when I'm really up close, I could see some spacing on some of them. But when you step back from it, you don't see the spacing or the little gaps. And the same thing with a round. When you stand back from it, you don't see the gapping either. And somebody also said that as the glue on the canvas shrinks over time, after you finish the canvas, that it actually pulls the drills closer together. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Tammy, because she was asking about it in Snuggies Live. You know, and I've not done a whole lot of squares, but from what I have done, yeah, I've actually. Okay, see, that's going to drive me insane. There's something on the canvas right there. There you go. Okay. I see some gapping, not a lot, but I've also noticed that not all the drills are always equally the same size. So you're welcome, Deb. You never know until you ask questions. And if we don't know the answer, we can find someone that probably does. In this community, we're such a big community that someone has to have an answer somewhere. Let's see. Let's go with the P's. Okay, thank you.
Got your shrink thing.
Yeah, I
I
can't
think
wait
I
to put
gave
it.
you the one of pumpkins and stuff.
What?
I think mine
with
might
the
have
teal.
a scarecrow. Yeah,
You gave me the one with the teal marker,
I believe I did.
or not? I'll have to borrow your teal marker.
No. I think I gave it to you.
We'll have to look up to see if we can use the heat gun to shrink them.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love that teal and that gold.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what it is, but there's
But
two
I
colors.
think yours, mine's got a scarecrow in it. I think. No.
Yeah, we'll have to.
I mean, you know, we'll have to look at them because I may be able to put it on the light pad and trace it onto a piece of paper, and then. You got the pine cone, and I think it's pumpkins, pine cone and pumpkins. I might have the scarecrow.
Yeah, but I could put whatever I want on it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. There they are. I knew they were in this house somewhere.
We'll have to look up and see if we can shrink.
They were right at the end of my bed.
Well, let me see what the directions, if they say how to shrink it. Oh, they're saying to do it in an oven. I'm gonna look up see if I can shrink a dink it with my heat gun. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Jamie, you know, and I noticed with the first square I ever done was from One Day Savings. And I think a little gapping in that. I haven't looked at that painting lately. Because I've done that, but gosh, that's been a while now. But like I say, with this one, I could see some. But then again, too, with me, even though I'm trying to lay them as straight as I can, I am a little off center with them sometimes and have to move them around. Oh, that sounds good, Sissy. I think when we go to the store Tuesday, I might get me some taquitos. I actually want some taquitos. And we have a brand called El Monterrey. Oh my God, I love those taquitos. We have another brand that's really good too, but I love the El Monterreys. Is it El Monterrey and is it Jose Olay? I believe is the other one. But also, as you're laying squares too, Deb, when you'll lay a color, and then when you start filling them in, they actually start pushing each other into line as well. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. But also you know when you're up close to the painting, you're going to see the gapping and stuff. But when you step back from your painting, you don't see this gapping and all. I've noticed that as well. But I'm also the type, I'm not a perfectionist at putting my drills down. So, I mean, as long as they are 90.9% aligned correctly, I'm happy with it. The other reason I mean, I like rounds or squares, but another thing with squares, you get, okay, I love rounds because they're more sparkly. They have more facets. Squares I like because you get a better image. Nick said, think of the pixels on your TV screen. You know, the square pixels. You know, so you're, ooh, come back here. I'd like to play with that, please. They had a bulldozer going down the street. Country girl things. You gotta think of each square as a pixel, like on your TV. So the more pixels, the better the image. The more clear your image is. I mean, you can look at it the same concept with a round, but it's like if you wanted to rechart something, I've done what they call pixel art canes in polymer clay. So you just take a picture that's done out on graph paper, and you think of each drill as one of those squares on that graph paper. And that's how you can chart out if you want to change something. So say you didn't like the wording. If you could look at the section and you could figure out, how you want to change that. I did that with my butt napkins, my lady picture. I recharted and actually put a heart on the kitty cat, where there was no heart on the kitty cat. And I just thought, I looked at each where I wanted it, and I treated each drill in that area as a pixel. And that's how I come up with the design. Oh yeah, I know, right? Right, Tammy? I know. Nobody can lay a drill perfectly. I mean, I'm saying you could have been diamond painting for eons. You got to look at the drills. They're not going to all be the same. Okay. You know, it also depends on how you pick that drill up and when you lay it down, and everybody places their drills differently. Two people could do the same canvas, and the canvas is going to, or you can tell the difference of how they lay their drills. And that's like those rulers that you can get. I've seen someone use the ruler, right, to lay drills down on the canvas, and then they did another section on the other side where they laid the drills down without the ruler. To me, the side where they laid it down without the ruler were the straighter drills. Those rulers are so flimsy. I'm afraid the way they looked, I'm afraid you cut yourself on them because they have no protection around the edges. And they're just a thin sheeted piece of like sheety metal. And Yeah. And so what it does is when you put it down, it kind of does like the checkerboard method. So you're only putting a certain amount down. So when you peel that ruler up, then you still got to fill in the gaps of the ones that were, you know. So to me, I think those rulers are a waste of money. But that's just my opinion. You know, I think it's a gimmicky tool. I really do. I think it's one of those gimmicky type tools. But like I was saying, someone said that, you know, as the glue on your painting, after a while, it starts to shrink and it pulls those drills closer together. Yeah, that's what I mean, like, to me, I mean, you've got some people, you know, you never know if you're working poured glue or the double-sided adhesive, right? Some like either or. I mean, I don't mind if it's good double-sided adhesive, I'll work it. And I've had 2 canvases so far that are double-sided adhesive, and they've been good double-sided adhesive. But yeah, I'm like, I mean, that's a metal ruler. That'd be like me taking this metal ruler and putting this on my I'm not going to do it, but just to use this across my canvas. So, like, you know, yeah, no. That's a hard pass for me. Yeah. And they're not cheap. They're not, the things are not cheap. Those rulers are not cheap. I mean, they make them for rounds and squares, but like I say, to me, it's a gimmick tool. You know, it's a tool I do not need in my toolbox of diamond painting tools. Yeah, it's just, I've watched videos on it, and I'm like, yeah, no. And then these people make it look like it's all so easy, but I'm like, you got to take it off, you got to replay, and then you got to make sure you're actually getting it positioned right on your over top of your section you're going to diamond paint. But what happens as you get more and more drills on that canvas? You know, how do you lay that ruler? I would think that after a while, you wouldn't be able to lay that ruler because you'd have too many drills on your canvas. I'm like, yeah, no. That is one tool I can live without. I'm gonna say, like, I watch Nerdy Crafter, and she'll go and buy stuff, like fidget toys and a bunch of other things, and you know, and she does a thing called cash or trash. And like she says, you know, she buys things so you don't have to waste your money, you know, if it's not worth it. So I'll say, like Nerdy Crafter does, that belongs in the trash. You know, I'm like, I think it's a waste of money. I'm sorry. They Deborah, it really does. I mean, if you watch videos of people who do it, to me, they make it look like it's not a lot. But I mean, you have to, when you first lay it down on your canvas where you've not put no drills, you've got to line up the holes that you lay the drills in over the, the section of where you're at, so you can see those letters. Those letters are right in the center of those holes. But it's covering other ones, like it's almost like, I know you've heard how to do the checkerboard method, where you lay, like if you got a space of color blocking, you lay every other drill, and then you go back and you fill that in. So it's similar to that. So once you put those down with the ruler down, and you pull that ruler off, you still got to go back in and fill in all that. So I'm like, why not just do the checkerboard method? If you like doing the checkerboard method, some people don't. And go from there. But like Tammy said, nobody's going to be perfect about laying their drills. I mean, I could see imperfections of where I've laid them. Now, I'm not saying I might not go back later with the straightener and straighten a few up, but most of the time, I don't worry about getting them perfectly straight, because from a distance, you're not going to see that. See, the canvases aren't meant to be looked at like up close and personal. They're meant to be looked at from a distance, And like, if you look at in the camera, you wouldn't tell that some of these drills are not perfectly straight right here. Like, there's some gapping right here in this section right here. But if you look at this on cam, you all can't see that. But where I'm up close to this, I can see that. And I know there are people out there that are try to be perfectionists, and they want it. They're how can I put this? Anal retentive on placing their drills. That's what a straightener is made for. That's why we have the straightener tool. I mean, those are only my opinions. I mean, that's my way of thinking. So let's see. What have I got going on this week? Not much this week. Not much has happened, really. The weather's freaking cray. We went from being in the low 60s to we're in the 70s today, and possibly the 80s a couple of days the rest this weekend. Yeah. Now, next week, I am going to have to I'll be live next Thursday, but I won't be live next Tuesday, or this coming Tuesday, actually. So I don't know if I'm going to throw in a live on Monday or not. I may actually keep the live I have set for tomorrow and do that. And take Tuesday. I have to take Tuesday off and just only live stream one day next week. because I have some errands we have to do on Tuesday, and by the time we get done with all those, it's not gonna. I'm not gonna have time to set up for a live unless I do a late night live on Tuesday. No, I can't do a late night either because Miss Wanda's live. So yeah, so next week there may only be one live stream. I'm not 100% sure yet. And that's just because I, like I say, I have things to take care of. So I'll cross that bridge as we come to it. Deborah, Mother Nature's been bipolar all year. She's actually been bipolar the past 2 years, actually, for us here in Maryland. We've had some weather that we normally do not experience at the times of years that we got it. So. And you know what's strange, Mom? I'm not seeing any woolly bugs. And you know I shared that picture on Facebook about how with the meaning of the coloring on them, right? But I've not seen any. And that's strange. We usually see the woolly bug caterpillar, the black and brown caterpillars. Usually you've done seen them by now. But we ain't seen any. I asked Joanna if she's seen any in Delaware, if Delaware has even seen any this year. Because see, Color and Chat would like say Joanna, she's only about an hour from me, so a lot of times she experiences the same weather I do. But I know she did her live yesterday because she is celebrating her anniversary with her husband. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe they went to Sleepy Hollow. I remember her talking about that. So I'll probably actually stay live a little longer today than I normally do. Because Joanna's not live at 5 today. Then I'm not going to miss. Static, so I'll blow a little hot air in there. Around. You'd be surprised how that helps. Okay, so so I do have a deep kit that I got to do. And I mean, I ballooned the crap out of that painting. She is a sparkly. I mean, yeah. I barely had lights on last night, and she was bling bling. had to click something on my phone. My phone told me my home screen was not working. And I'm like, I can see my home screen. Why isn't it working? Technology. You can't live with it. You can't live without it. These little skulls in the flowers are stinking cute. Oh my God. I got told by somebody on Facebook, they said I'm morbid and sick because I love. Oh yeah, I know, Sissy. I know. I was just trying to figure out about getting two lives in next week, so I have to sit down and figure it out. I was told by and somebody said they reported me for it too. I love the whole aspect of the Day of the Dead. Okay, I love the meaning behind. I can't say it in Spanish, but I love the meaning behind it. Yeah, Control Alt Delete. We'll talk about that in a minute, sis. Because I'm still, my brain is still spinning from that one. But somebody reported me because I shared a post about that on my Facebook last year sometime, saying that I'm morbid and sick about sharing things about the dead and all that. And I'm like, it's a natural holiday, people. Look it up. And there's a lot of meaning behind it. And you know, I love to share my skulls and my mythical creatures and things like that. And I mean, this person was like trying to get me banned from Facebook because they said I shouldn't be sharing that stuff. But yeah. Yeah, right? Right? No, me and Snuggy we were talking last night, and we were talking about, you know, how the Chromebooks do not have the delete key on them. And but talk about how, you know, but you can't control delete anymore. And I'm like, I never put two and two together about it. Oh yeah, and I think I know who it was, sis. Yeah, and that person, they don't, yeah. They can rot in hell for all I care, but you know. But I'm like, it's my page. I can post whatever I want. It was not violating YouTube's terms of service. It was just putting information out there about a holiday that is celebrated in Mexico. You know, it's the way they honor their loved ones who have passed on. And that's what the flowers in this painting kind of remind me of, is some of the Day of the Dead pictures you see with the flowers and the skulls and the sugar, you know, what they call sugar skulls and all that. Oh yeah, I told that person to kick rocks more than once, but you know, they were still trying to be my broke best friend for a while. But I think they finally got the freaking message to leave me the hell alone. They were that type of person that, you know, you wonder why they came into your life. You know, it's kind of like a parasite type deal. Like, why? You know, how do I get rid of this? You know, and then you got to figure out it's like Medusa cutting the head off the snakes. Ooh, that breeze felt good coming through the window. I don't know why. I've only got a ring light and a softbox light, but yet it is hot. And when I go to film or to go live, it gets really, really hot. I'm not going to have to do that one. If they bother me again, I have someone that will take care of that. Yeah, I love. Oh, what is it? I actually have one, and I don't remember where I even got this. Uh, I have my nice little. Now, this one a friend of mine gave me. This goes in like you would put in a fish tank. I fell in love with this, and they actually gave it to me. So I love that one. And then I have 3 of these. These actually had cactuses in them. And Mom actually bought me these at our local Food Lion. They actually had cactuses, but the cactuses didn't survive. But I have 3 of this one. And then I have it in a green. But this one, I don't even know where I got this. But this one is my favorite. I so love this one. And I actually have a whole bunch of coloring pages that are the Day of the Dead. They're actually, I cannot say that word to save my life. But that's all they are. Mom actually got me that a couple years ago at Family Dollar, I believe. So I work on those every. I may actually bring that back out and start doing those again on my channel. In the new year, I may add a coloring page day. Oh, Tammy, we have Food Lion right 15-minute walk right down the street from the house. Yeah, that's our only grocery store, actually. The only other grocery store we could go to would be a Walmart, and that would be if my sister or one of my nieces or nephew would take us. It would be 25 minutes one way, 30 minutes one the next direction, and 45 to the next one. And I forget if you're going to Virginia. Where is the Walmart? You got Pocomoke Walmart, and the next Walmart. Is it past Exmar? He gets down past Exmar. Yeah, we got, like I say, it's 15-minute walk from our house to Food Lion. What part of Virginia did you live in, Tammy? Hi, sissy. Oh, Virginia Beach. That's roughly 2-hour drive from me. But that depends on the traffic through the tunnel. So it might take less, might take more time. It all depends on the traffic going down the major highway to going down to the tunnel. Yeah, see, I'm probably an hour and a half from Chincoteague, Tammy. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm probably an hour-ish, hour and a half-ish from Chincoteague. So, home of Misty. Home of the Chincoteague ponies. Which right now, they have one of them and his lady friends. As far as I know, they're still in the corral. Because he figured out how to escape again. Because the Chincoteague ponies aren't like the Maryland ponies. The Maryland ponies can roam wherever they want. The Chincoteague ponies have a boundary that they can. Yeah, the tunnel can be scary, going through there. But the Bay Bridge, try going over the Bay Bridge, Tammy, in your pasture when it's two-way traffic, okay? And when I mean two-way traffic, I don't mean just two lanes. I mean you got traffic going both ways on the bridge, on the same bridge, because either the eastbound or the westbound span is closed for repairs. So to get traffic going, they have to put them, like two-lane traffic going on both bridges. Girl, I don't even want to see mosquitoes anymore for a while. I'll be glad when they're gone. I'm like, out of all creatures that were created, why were mosquitoes created? There are some insects that we can live without. And in my book, mosquitoes are one that can, disappear off the earth. Yeah, it could be crazy. And it also depends on the time of year, too, Tammy, that you're going through there or going over the bridge. It can be scary as well. Winter, yeah, especially. And God forbid you're in the tunnel and there's an accident on the bridge as you come out of the tunnel, and there's an accident right there, and you get stuck in the tunnel because traffic is halted. Been there. We were on a school trip when that happened. That was we were on our way. Actually, I think we were on our way home. That was some scary crap. There's, I think I heard they're supposed to put another span in on that tunnel. Are they still? I don't know if they're still going through with that or not. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. I know there was talk there was supposed to be another span of the Bay Bridge Tunnel put in. So, and there's talk that actually my town, they were on, I think, I don't know if they still are. They were talking about putting another bridge in, like the Bay Bridge. And there was talk that it would come across from the western shore, and it would come across to my town. Oh yeah, Deb. I know the last time I seen the news, they were up to 18 dead. 10 out of the 18, only 8 have been identified. So as of right now, he could, once they get his behind, if he killed himself somewhere or whatever, he'll be charged for 8 deaths, eight cases of murder, until the other 10. Once the other 10 are identified, then he'll be charged with their murder. Oh, Snuggy, you didn't hear about the mass shooting in what was it, Lewiston, Maine last night? Yeah, there was a bad. No, it's I believe there was 25 people total shot, but only there's been 18 deaths. Yes, there was this guy had an AR style rifle. You could tell the way he's holding that rifle in that surveillance picture. He has military training of some sort, or he has training in that type of weapon. Yeah. Oh, 50. Okay. Yeah, I know at around 11 o'clock when they did a news break-in, they said that there was 18 dead. And 3 of those that had passed, they were transported to the hospital and they lost their lives at the hospital. Yeah, I know it was I think a bowling alley, a pool hall. It was a couple of different places, And I mean, it's like, it was just like, I guess he just randomly shooting people. I don't think he knew these people or anything like that. I mean, I don't know. But see, they can't, the police can't really release a lot of information yet because it's still an ongoing investigation. Yeah, it was sad. I heard that they broke through with that. What was I watching? Amazing Race. I was watching Amazing Race last night when that broke through. And then it was on, off and on the, the CBS morning news that comes on, late night news and all that. It was sad. Like, you don't know what goes through the minds of people's heads. But from what I'm understanding and what Mom was understanding, he escaped out of a mental facility or something, or he was let out of a mental facility or something. Because they have identification on him. So yeah, I'm still gathering the bits and pieces. Okay, so that's where I knew he had to have some kind of training in firearms because you could just tell the way he was holding that gun. That was not no just anybody who goes and buys a gun knows how, or is not instructed on how to hold a gun. So he had it through National Guards. Okay. Yeah, I picked that up from the picture before. They didn't. I mean, the news hadn't even said anything about that, and I could just pick up that the type of weapon it was and the way he was holding it. That he had training in what he in it somehow. I mean, you just don't pick up a AR style rifle and automatically know what to do with it, especially with the recoil and everything on those. I mean, that's like me. I mean, I could go. It's been years, but I probably would still know how to shoot a 22 or 45 if I needed to. My dad, he taught us how, me and my sister, how to tip that when we were younger, because when we growing up on the farm, if we came out the chicken house sometimes, he taught us how to carry a, the BB gun with us and how to shoot that, because you come out of the chicken house sometimes and there'd be a possum or a fox or a raccoon. And so you had to be, or crazy ass neighbors' dogs that were part wolf and they didn't fucking care what the hell the dogs did. I was always so scared of those dogs. Except the one. The one, she was really, really friendly. She was more wolf than anything, but she was really, really friendly. Wow. Yeah. He looked to me, he looked like he was, it looked like he did, he was, the look on his face to me looked like somebody that was having a psychotic break. It really did. In that surveillance picture, it looked like a person that was having a psychotic break. And I guess it's because I've seen that so many times in, different things. And, he looked like somebody that was having a psychotic break. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, hopefully, maybe any of those, any individual that has like that, they're seeking protection, because who's to say he won't come after them? If he's seeking one, what's to say he's not going to seek more than one person that he. To me, it was like you say, it seems like he's trying to, he's going after people who like did him wrong or something, or he thinks did him wrong. But, unless they get him alive, or he's left a manifesto or a letter or whatever, we may never know, you know? We may never know a motive. Okay, that's. I was like, wait a minute. I was trying to figure out this symbol here, and I couldn't figure out which one it was. Number 47. Some of these symbols look weird. Wow. Yeah, like I say, a lot of times, a lot of these that do these types of shootings, they take the coward way out and they take their own life, or they will do suicide by cop. A lot of people think, oh, the cop was defending themselves, protecting themselves, and that is just that suspect's way of committing suicide without doing it themselves. They do suicide. It's called suicide by cop. Believe me, seen a lot. I've seen a lot of that happen. It's sad, but hopefully they'll get him, or get answers, and and it's got to be scary for the state of Maine right now because nobody knows where he's at. He could be anywhere. He could already be out of state. He could be anywhere, and that's the scary part. Because I'm pretty sure they've checked any properties he owns, any family, any very close, anybody close friends, all that. But yeah, like you say, he could be anywhere. That's the sad part. And with it being Maine, I watch a show on Animal Planet called Northwoods Law. Okay. And a lot of times there are DNR officers and stuff, they were in Maine, and the area they were in, half of the road that they were on, half of it was in Maine, in the United States. The other half was in Canada. So there are areas up that way that you can easily get from the United States into Canada without nobody knowing. I mean, it's a lot of woods, but you can sneak into the country. Oh, I'm pretty sure, Tammy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did. So I mean, I've seen that, like say on Northwoods Law, how easy it is for because the hunter was hunting a moose and he shot it in the United States, but the moose actually died, went across the road and died on the Canadian side. So he had to call the DNR people. They came out, they contacted who they had to contact on the Canadian side for this guy to be able to get his moose brought back onto the United States side, because it wasn't killed in Canada. It was actually shot in the United States. And they could tell it was because they were able to follow the blood trail. So I like that kind of stuff. I'm into that. I'm into that kind of crazy stuff. I will sit here and watch that show all day long. So yeah, so and then again, who knows how long he had this planned? Had he been planning this out for an extended period of time? So for the way the shootings were, because they weren't all in the same area, it seems like he had this planned out. And for him to be so brazen about it too, because you could tell he knew that he was on that surveillance camera. You could tell he knew he was on that surveillance camera. That's the part that got me, is how, you could tell he knew he was being videoed. I mean, because he just walked in. It's almost like he looked at the camera too. So that's why I'm wondering if he has gone somewhere and taken his own life. Because the way he looked at that camera was like, they're not going to catch me. They're not going to get me alive. I've seen that look in a lot of surveillance camera photos of suspects. Just glad that the trial was finally over, and one of our police officers that got killed can now rest in peace, knowing that the asshole that took his life will spend the rest of his life behind bars. And the same with the other officer that was murdered. Both of them suspects will be behind bars for the rest of their lives. Yeah, that's the thing, Tammy. See, nobody knows that. I mean, and the thing is, he done, the amount of people he shot in that time, and he was able to just disappear, tells me he had been planning this. Because you just don't disappear that quick. You know, that's the part that's getting me. He just like poof, vanished. You know. Yeah, he just like vanished, you know. Yeah, he had to have some other way of getting away. Because yeah, like say he left. Where did that drill just go? Oh, lordy. You know, he had to have some plan. Because you know, like I say, he just like poof, he was gone. I'm like, that's the part that's getting me is how quickly he was able to get away from the scene and just like disappear into the night. Um, that's the part that puzzles me. I mean, because you got to think nowadays you got surveillance everywhere. So yeah, that's the part of this I can't wrap my head around. And then like mom said, did he have an accomplice with him somewhere? Did he have somebody else that helped him get away? You know? You know, but see, the cops aren't going to say a lot of their what they're suspecting because it's still an ongoing investigation. He could be somewhere watching, you know, so he'd know every move and all that. So they have to be careful with what they say and how they word it, um, because of it still being an ongoing investigation. Yeah, that's the thing. He could have took somebody else's vehicle or anything. Yeah. Yeah, that was a you know crazy thing to wait to hear last night, and then you know watching this develop, and you know thing is, it can happen anywhere. You never know. You never know in this world anymore. Oh yeah, you all have out there in Colorado, yeah. Out the states, yeah. I know we had a shooting. Was it Morgan State not too long ago? Morgan State University, and it was around their homecoming and everything. We've had a few shootings here in Maryland. It may actually be finished this bottom half of her today, y'all. I don't know. Oh, we'll see. Oh. I know I'm going to be finished these flowers. This flower, and I finished this flower here. Got half of this one done. A lot of times in these crimes and stuff, sometimes you never get answers, and they become cold cases actually after so long, which is really sad. Actually, gotten it down to a science on how to pour modules out of a mix tray into a square tic tac and not spill them everywhere. I'm actually proud of myself. All right, so oh gosh, now I got hiccups. All right, so that is that sideways bow tie. Number 7. To make it a little bit, so you want to change it like one. So you're talking about taking it from looking like this, like this pin here, right? The what I done with the pink pins, Deb, is because they bend on me so easy. You know the squishies we get? I will take, I'm not sure if this one will take 2 or 3. Sometimes they take 2, sometimes they'll take 3. What I do is I take them and I'll put the squishy one on the one end, you know, like that. And you can actually lift up the ends of these and put a little dot of super glue in there and it'll stick in place. And then I'll add another one in the middle. And then sometimes these, you can put, oh, this one's not one of the longer ones. Okay. Sometimes you can put 3 on, sometimes you can put 4, you just can put 2 on. I know I have a place. Do I have a placer? Yeah, I'll just pull the multi-placer off of this one. Then I'll just I'll take the multi-placer and I put in the other end. And that makes them a little bit more chunkier for me. You know, another way I was thinking too, you could probably, once you figure out what multi-placer, you could probably also take your single and your multi-placer out and starting like just right below this edge a little bit, you could probably wrap that in like duct tape until you get it to the thickness you like. I have to play around with that idea. But yeah, so that's what I do. I just put the squishies on, but I also do have this one this is a hand turned resin pen I got from Axe and Iron. I tested it out for him and I was able to keep it for free. This came in my ticket to ride. This is just a acrylic one like you can get on Amazon. Same with this one. This one came from, you could call me Butter, when I won from her. This is one of my palm pins. This is from Tia's Crazy Craft Addiction. I won this from her when she did Love is in the Air. So this is basically it's a polymer clay pin done around the pink pins, and then she covers hers in resin. This is a polymer clay one I got from Mindy's Diamond Moment when I won from her. And this is my resin one. I mean, my polymer clay one I got from Craft Pack Canada when I got a kit from them. So I have them and have my wax pencils. That, you know, so I have a variety of tools to use. Yeah, you could try adding the squishy on there, Deb. But you can usually find these acrylic pins on Amazon pretty cheap. Yeah, I know you can usually find the The acrylic ones on it. You may be able to find them on Temu even cheaper, or you know. Yeah, because I'm so heavy-handed, I had to, go up to the pins that my hand cannot destruct, type thing. Okay, so now I can pretty much, I've gotten all of this done and all this done down here. So now I can pretty much just focus on her arm and her hair right here. And the tattoo on her arm. Uh, see, if that happened to me, I think I'd cry. Because my favorite two pins are my axe and iron pin and my my orange one I use for now. Eventually I want to get one from Leopard Leatherworks in the new year, next year, I may get one, but okay, so let's go with what's one of these letters is sticking out to me. Let's go with J. Number 20. Yeah, I was getting ready to say Diamond Painted Pen Pals. She has a new what they call their value collection. And the pins are $30. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Renee lives in Connecticut, right, Tammy? So they're shipped here in from the United States. Her new value line, I think they're chunk. I think they're their normal size. Tammy, because what Renee said is they created a mold and they pour these. These are resin pins that they pour. It's a mold they pour them in. So I think they might be something like these. So and these got some, the only thing I could say is you'd have to go look or maybe contact Renee. Oh, okay. I see where you're getting at, Deb. Okay. Yeah. As for DIY, other than putting the squishies on, or wrapping it in duct tape till it's the thickness that works for you. I can't think of any other way to do it. Yeah, I was going to say it could get costly. Yeah. Like I said, you can get just single ones on Amazon too. Deb. So you might be able to find a cheap one over on Amazon. And then sometimes you can get package deals where it's more than one pin in the package for a good price too. So. See, that's the only problem with this hobby is it can, to accommodate some things, it can get pricey. Yeah, I'm gonna make I need to make me a couple just for my multi-placers. But that's because I want to start playing with polymer clay again. And there's some things mom wants to make with some polymer clay, so. So I may be bringing that back to the channel as well. Every now and then, mess around with polymer clay. Because I believe in the new year, I'm going to slack back a little bit from doing so many canvases. Because I'm really starting to burn myself out, I think. Yeah. So I'm going to have to think of some other things to bring to the channel. And I thought I could bring the adult coloring back. Hey, Jesse, what's up? How you been? Long time no see. So I was thinking in the new year, I'll bring back adult coloring. And I'll bring back every now and then working on just piddling around and having fun. Not anything in particular, type. Just, still be the names of the channels still be the same, but it'll just be, um, still be gems and gossip. Because our artwork is our gem. Oh, that's cool, Jesse. Yeah, you can find some cheap ones on Amazon, Deb, like Tammy was saying. Yeah, I believe I actually did a video on my channel of when I made a couple of mine, which I since broke, but we won't go there. That was my fault, tripping over my big clod hopping feet. Okay, Sissy. It's not the how long I diamond paint, Tammy. It's that I'm overextending myself with the amount of whips I have. I'll have 6, 7 whips sometimes. You know, I'm working that many canvases in a month. So for me, it's mostly I'm overextending myself, and then because I set it in my mind that I'm going to get these canvases done by blah blah blah. I pushed myself to the point, to get them done by the time that I specified in my own self. Um, it's just, if I start something for a month, that month, I want to try to get it finished in that month, except with this one right here. uh, when I look, I knew I was going to be slow with squares. I'm slow at placing squares. So I knew going into working on her, she's going to take me a while. But I'm okay with that. That I'm okay with. I mean, because I already had that in my mind that, yeah, this is going to take me longer than a month to get done. But a couple of the other ones that I'm working, or work was working, yeah, I pushed myself to get them done. But that's a me thing. It's not, that I had a certain time that they needed to be done by. That's just a me thing. Um, I'll see, I'll still look at the canvas that I'm going to do, and I'm like, yeah, I can knock that out in blah blah amount of time. So I set that goal for myself, and then if I don't meet that goal, I get mad at myself, and it's a whole that's a whole me thing. Uh, that's a whole me thing. So I've told myself in the new year, I'm going to slack back and only do events here and there, work canvases here and there, um, and add some other things back into my channel, um, to break it up and from time to time. I mean, it'll still be craft stuff, but it'll just be, times where we can just, you know, chit chat, and just chill and relax. Oh, gosh. Oh. Why is my back hurting? I don't understand that. You've really not been sitting here that long today, so can't be from me sitting. Unless we got some crazy weather getting ready to come. Oh, okay, Tammy. You too. Anyways. So I think I'm gonna try to get this bottom half finished today on cam, guys, and you know, I have a sense of accomplishment. This one is a labor of love. She is a labor of love. Guys, give me 1 second. I need to do something. Okay, I'm back. I had to reposition my phone, sorry, in the chair. My starting to hurt. My back is starting to hurt, and I know it's not from sitting here for so long because I've been sitting here that long. I mean, sometimes I sit here too long, that's what happens. But I'm not actually sitting here that long. Anywho, so like I say, next week it might only be one live next week because of having things I have to do. Um, and plus, every now and then, it's nice to actually take some time off and decompress and reevaluate yourself. Mhm. I was playing rearrange a little bit because I emptied that container. So now I want to take that container out and move it. There we go. So that means I had to move one out of each row into the next one. Oh. That saves me from when I kit down. So. All right, so let's go to the next one. Um, let's go with 36 because I have a few of those sticking out. I don't know where I was before I started using Nix's trays. I love her trays. They line the drills up so perfectly. I knew I was feeling under this. That's the thing about squares. You can run your finger across them and you can feel the ones that are not laying all the way down. Hey, Joanna. How are you? Oh, you're driving back home? Be careful out there. I'm pretty sure you missed the DMV while you were gone. And no, people, we're not talking about the Department of Motor Vehicles. It's actually what they call our part of the states that we live in. Stands for Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia. Oh, yeah, they are here. Oh, my God. The trees across the street are, like, so pretty. Yeah, it's like some of the colors are just, like, so vibrant. Shoot, we were in the 70s today, though. It doesn't feel like the leaves should be changed out there. Yep, we were in the 70s today. Welcome back, Snuggie Sissy. Oh, how could they not? They're such precious babies. We were in the, like, 70s today, and I think we're supposed to be in the 80s this week. So I'm like, yeah, we're going to have a crazy winter. Maryland's already having a crazy season with their weather. We're having a crazy winter. I hate to say it, and Joanna knows what I mean, but I have a feeling we're in for some nor'easters, Joanna. I really, really do. I have a feeling we're in for some nor'easters this year. And I don't know if you've noticed, Joanna, up there in your area, have you all seen any of the woolly bugs? The woolly bug caterpillars? We've not seen none this year at all. Later, Deb. Yeah, I know, right? Because Mother Nature is really being bipolar with Delmarva right now. Because I think our weatherman said normally we should be around 66 degrees. Yeah, we and Mom were just talking about that earlier. We have not seen any at all. And normally, the wives' tale with them is, you can predict the weather, with the amount of black to the brown on them. But we ain't seen any at all. And normally we've seen at least 5 or 6 of them. And if you realize it, Joanna, too, the June beetles came late this year, too. Sleepy Hollow had them. Maybe ours will show up soon, But see, I'm one of the ones that I believe in all those Farmer's Almanac and Wives' Tales, and especially you listen to what the farmers and the watermen tell you about the weather. You listen to the old timers. And a lot of them are saying that they believe we're going to have a harsh winter. Yeah, everything's off this year, really, around here. Because there are trees here that me and Mom know they bloomed a specific time last year. And it's like they bloomed really later this year. Okay, where was Avery been with her truck? That was Avery Wilson going by with her mudding truck. But yeah, so there are a lot of plants and stuff that are still in bloom that really shouldn't be in bloom right now. You know, it's weird. It's really for Delmarva especially. And you know, I've lived here all my life, so but yeah, there's a lot of you're not an old timer, Joanna. You know, we're still really, really young. We're still in our teens. I'm talking about them old timey farmers in Woodland. Okay, where the heck is that symbol? Oh, it's U. Okay, I thought it was an arrow. It's actually a U. Wow. Maybe. Maybe just a little, Joanna. But you know, they say you're only as old as you feel. But you know, some days. 25. Oh, but anywho. Oh, yeah, I actually finished my Witch Goddess canvas last night. So, but Batgirl here is going to take me a while. She is a 40 by 60, but yeah, I'm slow at laying squares. So. Uh, she's probably going to take me another month to finish. But you know, I'm okay with that. I actually planned that out in my head because I knew I was slower with laying squares than I am rounds. So I actually did not set myself a goal to have her finished by a certain time. Like I do most of my canvases. But the most of the time I'm doing yeah, actually I'm moving a little faster than I thought I would be, Joanna. But see, I do more rounds than I do squares. So I think I've gotten like Speedy Gonzalez on rounds. So I can actually sit down with a round and 30 by 40. And if I wanted to, I could do it in 2 or 3 days. Lord, what spam message have I been sent now? Oh Lord. Well, you're not far. You're not. You're not far from home. Now you gonna come down through Cape May and take the ferry back across, or are you coming down the other way, Joanna? I love the Cape May Lewis ferry. I think it's pretty to watch. You know, ride that across. Are you coming back down the other way? I love the ferry though. I think it's pretty to ride across there. I've only rode it across to the from one terminal to the other and back. I've never actually gone any farther on the Jersey side. Oh, true. Yeah, that's right. Because you can't actually bring them out of the car on the boat. That's right, unless they're service dogs. Yeah, but still, yeah, that be would be too choppy for them. I totally didn't think about that one. I guess because every time I've been on it, it was never really choppy because it was, you know, mostly during the summer. Um, I think I've only been on it one time in the fall. Wow, that's been years ago though, because my nephew he was like 5 or 6 last time I've been on there. He's like 18 now. So that's been eons ago. I hope next month my nephew is going to take me and my mom to Winterfest of Lights. I'm kind of maybe hoping I can live stream that. I don't think I have to see what kind of Christmas music might be playing. Because if I have to, I can always mute it and just let everybody see the lights. But I could probably live stream it on mute in areas where I think the music would be copyrighted. So, because you actually walk through Winterfest of Lights this year. Okay, drive safe, Joanna. But yeah, so that hopefully that I can do that. That would be, I think everybody would love that. Because you get to walk through at your own pace, and instead of riding the tram like they used to. I think that would be pretty cool. And I mean, I have all the camera gear that I need to do that. Okay, so that is the E's. Let's see. Let's go with the C. C is for cookie, 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 cookie. So I think I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay live until I finish this section out, and then we'll go from there. But like I say, next week, there may only be one live next week. It all depends. It all depends on what time me and Mom do get back on Tuesday. Because we plan on going out early Tuesday. But it all depends on how I feel when we get home. But then again, I may take a couple of days off next week. We all deserve time off, I guess. Yeah, it really is. She's really coming out really, really good. Um, and I'm really, like I say, really, really happy with the Dreamer design canvases. I've not had any issues yet. I've not had any symbols that I can't read on the canvas. The stick is really good. I've had maybe 2 trash drills since I've started. I've had, and they just had holes in them, because they're resin drills. So, resin gets the air bubbles. So, um, but so far I've only had, like say, 2 trash drills. Um, so I've really been happy with the overall of this canvas. Um, and I've already seen a couple canvases Streamer Design has that I'm looking at that. Cross my fingers when I can order one. It's still in stock that I want to do for Break the Silence next year. Um, because I have one that has a lot of purple, but it doesn't meet the size requirements. So that's my Craft Pack Canada. That's the called Gateway to the Soul. It's this beautiful eye with all these vibrant colors. And if I'm not mistaken, that does have a lot of. It doesn't. It's a 40 by 40 something by 40 something, I think. But I have my, like I said, I have my eye on a couple of them. Like to do, just because I'm like in love with the canvas. I've gotten to the point too. If I only need like one drill, I can shake one drill off the container. Okay, let's go with the Z real quick because I only have a few of those. Let's see. I only have 4 of those. So I'm just going to 4 drills. And like I say, if I counted correctly, this canvas has 13 shades of purple. But see, I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan. Purple is our dominant color. You know, in my high school that I went to, our graduation colors were purple and gold. So our school color, were purple and gold. Let's Here's a So I have most of the Cheshire Cat done. I have the whole bottom half of her dress done. And by the time I finish this, I'll have her arm and the tattoo on her arm done. So that's a big accomplishment. Like I say, this canvas is the same size as my Witch Goddess, but for some reason this canvas just seems so much bigger to me than the Witch Goddess canvas. And I know they're the same size. I don't know if that's just my mind playing tricks on me or what. Because they're both 40 by 60 canvases. But it also could be because this is a square and not a round. But yeah, let's see. Like I say, purple is one of my favorite colors. I have many. I love teal, I love purple, I love black, I like gold, I like silver, red, and any shade of camo. I'm a country girl, so we like any shade of camo. Boy. You're welcome. But yeah, so yeah, and our school mascot is a blue crab. So, yeah. So that's how far we take the love of blue crab around here. It is actually a school mascot. Because our sports teams and all the clubs of crabbers. Um, we had the saying around here: once a crabber, always a crabber. See, I see 2 plus signs I missed, and that's going to drive me crazy if I don't go ahead and fix those. I don't know if anybody else is like that. If you miss a symbol, well, I've missed 3. But if you miss a symbol, you have, and you see it, no matter what color you're working with, you have to stop and go back and fix that spot. If not, it drives your OCD crazy. I know that's how it works for me. It's just my logic. Um, I know there are other people that they can go and let it go until the end. I can't. If they miss the symbol, they'll fix it. After they've done all the you know symbols, and they'll go back in and replace, and fix, and whatever. Me, no, I have to fix it right then and there if I see it. Now, if I don't see it, it doesn't bug me at the end that, yeah, hey, I've already done that color, and I missed this one. But if I see that I missed it, yeah, that just sets something off in my brain that tells me, yeah, go fix it. You can't just stop. You go fix it. I've tried. I have tried to ignore it and wait to do it once I've done everything. That doesn't. It just that yeah, it doesn't work. I think it's basically like a mind over matters type of deal. Again, part of it could be. Yeah, that was a heartbreaking thing to hear. I was watching Amazing Race when that broke through last night, Lee. Um, and when it said special report, I thought it was going to have something to do with the new Speaker of the House or something like that. I was not expecting it to be about a shooting. I was expecting that breaking news to be some stupid thing about the government, but I was not expecting what broke through. And the thing is, from what people are saying, we were talking about it earlier, and he had training with the National Guards for that type of weapon and stuff. And they're both his. I believe it was. They said his sister believes he was going after an ex. Um, Thought she was there or something. I don't know. But what gets me, Lee, is he was able to just disappear so quickly. Yeah, it broke through last night. But what gets me is he was just able to disappear so quickly. He left his car behind. And if you look at the surveillance video they have of him, where they show him holding that gun, he's walked up and you could tell he walked up in there like he didn't care if he got caught on camera. So to me, I'm thinking he's had this planned out because he was just able to escape so easily and so quickly. There's no way he couldn't have had this planned out. Now, as for the people he shot and killed, I mean, I don't know if he had any connection to any of them or anything like that. I can't say that. But just from the body language I got from that picture is, it's like, they're I don't care. They're not going to take me. They're not going to get me. If they did, they do, I'm probably going to be dead. So either A, he's done going to commit suicide. B, he's laying out and he's going to commit suicide, but it's going to be suicide by cop. I don't know why I have that feeling. I guess it's because I've seen so many. I'm a crime show buff, so I've seen this so much, like on the first 48 and things like that. So either that or he's out of the country already, because this happened in Maine, right? It's not, I mean, hard, because I watched Northwood's Law on Animal Planet, and they've had poachers that have killed a moose in the United States and drug it across into the Canadian side, thinking they weren't going to get caught. Or they've had shooters that have shot an animal that has been shot on the United States side, goes a few feet, and it's in the Canadian side. So he could be in the woods of Canada somewhere. We don't know. I mean, he could be in another state somewhere. He could be anywhere. And see, people are, and I was listening to that press report too. Those damn reporters, the questions they were trying to get that detective to answer, he cannot truthfully answer without, if that guy is still alive somewhere, tipping him off. You know, so I mean, I'm like, I've watched so many, like I say, I watched so many crime shows. I've seen how these detectives give these press conferences, give information, but don't give information. That's how you learn to read between the lines. It's hopefully it all comes to an end soon. Either, they tragically find him dead somewhere, which in a way it is tragic because, yeah, he committed a crime, but that family's done lost someone as well as the victims have. But, and then again, you have that where you don't feel sympathy for him, but you do feel sympathy for his family type deal. And then again, he could be sitting somewhere, like I say, watching all this. You never know. I mean, look at the Unabomber. He hid pretty much in plain sight. And until they caught him. Believe me, that one was freaking scary. And then it was a father and a son years ago went on a shooting spree in the DC area where the boy hid in the back of the trunk of the car and was shooting all at people all over the place. You know, and there was talk that they were headed over the Chesapeake Bay Bridge to my side of Maryland, but they got caught before they could get over. So yeah, it's pretty scary. Because, like I said, we don't know where this person could be. Because it's like he just poof, he disappeared into thin air after killing all these people and injuring these people, and it's like he left his car, so he had to have knowledge of some other transportation to get away from there, or somebody helping him to get away from there. So truthfully, we don't know if there's other people involved in this. You know, um, and unless they get him and he speaks out, and or he's left a manifesto somewhere, um, there may never be answers to what the motive was. You know, um, and that's sad. That happens in a lot of cases. I have seen a lot of cold cases that has happened, because yeah, the trail goes cold. We may never know. And it's sad. it's sad that happens, you know, with some cases. Or it takes them like years to finally give a family peace of mind and justice of what happened to their loved one. You know. Hopefully they can get, you know, justice and get answers soon. You know, and you gotta think you got a whole state right now that's and neighboring states and everything that are like on high edge because this guy is still on the loose. Oh, geez. They must have had a rough day, sis. Yeah, I know, right, Lee? Yeah. It's sad because it does happen more than people want to know. It's just not every time, not all of it ever gets reported. You know, there are shootings that go on all the time that they never make the news. You know, I guess it's just scary for me because it's like means really maybe 6, 7 hours, if that, away from me. Maybe a little more. Alexa, how far is it from Maine to Maryland?
From Maine, Maryland is 595.2 miles away by car.
Wow! That is not what I asked her. Alexa, how long does it take to get to Maine from Maryland?
From Maryland, a drive to Maine would take about 9 hours and 23 minutes.
Okay, so it's about 9 hours away. Yeah. So you think, truthfully, how far somebody could travel in that amount of time? Give or take traffic, and all that. Because I know, yeah. So truthfully, he could be anywhere, you know, and that's the scary thing.
Yeah.
You know, in this day and age, you know, it's always something. Makes you not even want to watch the news anymore most of the time. It's like I see the guy from Shaft, Robert Roundtree, passing away. You know, it's like, wow. You know, I probably could see chat better if I had moved my laptop closer or my Chromebook. Only me. I was like squinting my eyes trying to read the screen. But, you know, that's why I don't watch the news much. think I have 3 colors after this one. To do. And then this section will be complete. Be a good chunk of the canvas. I don't know if anybody else does this, but I always start from the bottom left and I work across and up. You know, so I'll work the whole, like a whole section. So, and then I'll go to the next, and so on. Okay, Lee. Yeah, I may be here maybe another, I'd say 20, 25 minutes maybe. However long it takes me to finish this section out. Actually, I need to replace wax. Oh, yeah, I know you've been over there, Sissy. You got lots of munchkins over there. You got the, the 2-legged version and the furry version. So you have the munchkins to take care of. My little munchkin is staring at me like, "Are you done diamond painting yet? Can I have my spot back on the desk?" She like has her certain times of the day she wants my desk because it's her bed. So, like I say, as soon as I finish out these last few colors, this bottom section will be done, and that's where I'll probably end for today. Once I get that done. Zoe, what did my bed do to you? Why are you clawing it like it's a scratching post? Why did I have a mattress cover on there? Yeah, you have your little ones over there to keep, the fur babies and the real babies. Sissy's always got something going on. That's why I put a revolving door in. And that way people can come and go as they need to. Excuse me, I've been to some lives where the people think, and not in the diamond painting community. Was in other communities. You know, they like expect you to always be at their live stream. You know, you got to be there for the whole live stream. You know, and I'm like, people have to walk away at some points to do things, to use the bathroom, take care of family. You know, get something to drink. You know, I'm like, it's why they make a hashtag replay. But you know, a lot of times these people, and I this is one that I don't understand. Okay, you got a YouTube channel, you want to be monetized, right? Or you are monetized, but yet you'll do a live stream and then you delete the live stream. So, what was the purpose of doing your live stream? Hold on, y'all. Zoe, it's a litter box, not a sandbox. Me and Mom do not understand why she likes playing in her litter box like it's a sandbox. We don't know if she likes the sound of the scratching makes or what. But it drives me and Mom crazy. Zoe, quit playing. I swear, sometimes she's bad as a 2-year-old. Now she's mad at me because I yelled at her. I know, right? I mean, but she will sit there and do it for, if you let her, she'd sit there and do it for hours. And she's the only cat we've ever had that liked to play in the litter box. It's so funny though. Because you'll yell at her and tell her to stop. And you'll be looking straight at her and she stares you dead in the face like, you want me to do what? And she goes back to doing it. She's like a little defiant. Like, you know, hide and watch me. Yeah, she's a mess. She's our baby. My mom will love her to death. Hey, Scooty Boots. One of Mom's outside kitties walking across the yard like he's King Simba. It's so funny to watch him. He does. He prances like he's a king because he's the only boy. So it's like, you know, I'm mommy's boy. Zoe, don't you even hiss at him. He's not messing with you, and he's done going on off. She's laying in the window now. She don't like the outside cat. She's coming up near her window. They just look at her like, whatever, girl. And they keep on going. Hmm. I don't know why my back is turned. She's got this little bit right here of her arm. And this little bit of her tattoo right here. And this section's finished, y'all. Okay, so A and B. I've only got, oh, I have a couple. So I have a couple black I need to do up there. So that is 310. So let me do those real quick. Yeah, I didn't realize I had those up there. I might a little bit, since I don't later. I know when I get done, I'm probably going to go make me some hot tea and lay down and watch some TV for a little while. I don't know. I guess the weather changing, I kind of got a little sleepy. I drink hot tea all year round, uh, no matter what the weather is. Just like my grandparents, they used to drink coffee all year round, no matter how hot it was outside. So, I mean, I don't like coffee, so that's why I drink tea. Yep. To me, it doesn't, you know. And there's some people they can't drink hot beverages, during the summers and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. It just never affects me. Well, I can't. um, instead of asking her that, I'm just going to look at that. Right? All I got to do is. Because if I don't pronounce that right, she won't look it up. In my weather app right now, it says you all are at 87 degrees, sis. Y'all have a chance of rain on Monday. Might cool you down. Yeah, it says you all are at 87 right now. Y'all's humidity is 58%. Yeah, it said you had 16-mile-an-hour winds right now. So I think I'm going to finish this color off here. And then I'm probably going to put this up for a while and work on it some more later. So like I say, I'm getting sleepy for some reason. The only thing I think is a change in the weather. It's actually getting a little cool outside. Hey, Scooty Bits! Let's see. He's such a pretty cat. Oh. Yeah, he's coming to tell Mama it's dinner time. They'll come to the door and meow and cry, and, tell Mom it's time to eat, It's so cute. It is. It's so cute. So, but yeah, so that's where I'm going to go ahead and jump off, guys, because, yeah, it's probably just you and my me, just because of where I'm watching it through my desktop. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and jump out of here, go make me some hot tea, lay down and watch some TV for a while. And then I'll probably get back up later and work some more. But next time you see me working on this, I should have the rest of her arm done here. And I'll be up into probably the bottom half of her face and the Cheshire Cat's face. You too, Sissy. Give the girls hugs for me and everything, and I will catch you all later. Bye, y'all.